Right, a look at another Broadlink product now. We've been using the Broadlink, was it RM3? I can't even remember. It's a little round one. It looks like a tiny little barrel. We've been using that at Rita's home so we can change channels on the TV for her and turn it off. It will also control all sorts of other infrared remote control devices, but she only had the telly that we needed to worry about. So when she moved into the care home last Friday, I tried to set it all up there. Unfortunately, it needs a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, and even though I think the care home has it, I didn't run a Wi-Fi analyzer, but I'm pretty certain it's got dual Wi-Fi. Sometimes the Broadlink just can't determine the correct link unless it's called something like, care home 2.4. Unfortunately, the staff there have no access to any of the Wi-Fi settings, so I couldn't get it to work there. So the only way around the problem was to buy a Netgear 4G router, and why can't I see that? I'm just looking on my phone. Yeah, we have got a, where is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it is a Netgear Nighthawk M2, with one we've got is the MR2 100, so download speeds of up to 2 gigabits per second. So I've got a data SIM to go with that. That will go in the room, and because I've then got full access to the Wi-Fi settings, I will be able to set up the Broadlink remote control hub. However, they do this version as well, which is I don't even think it was very much more expensive, but it's got a couple of additional features that we are quite interested in. This is the RM4 Pro S, I think they call it, and I think the reason it's called Pro S is because it has a sensor cable, and it can sense the temperature and humidity of the room that this is put in. Now, for most people, that's probably not really an interest or a concern, but for us, with looking at Rita in this care home, we can now monitor the temperature and humidity, and of course control the TV and any other infrared things that she may get in the future. So this one is the RM4 Pro with sensor cable. It does require 2.4 gigahertz. It's not going to work with 5. I don't know why that's an issue for this company, but all of their products have got that warning. And to be fair, most modern routers will give you dual band Wi-Fi, but if it doesn't identify it correctly and it thinks it's on a 5G, it's not going to work. You'll get so far through the programming and then it will just fail, as I found to my cost when I was around there with the little barrel-shaped one. So what I can do when we have got the Netgear, we'll be able to set it all up here, get it programmed for a Samsung TV, and in theory I should just be able to take all this round and plug it in and it will be good to go. So that's the plan. So a little universal remote RM4 Pro leaflet. They are pretty easy to set up. So what have we got? We've got a USB cable with sensor, which will be that one. So yeah, it looks like the sensor is built into the little flat ribbon style cable. It just operates on any USB charger. Nothing much on the back. So it's 5 volt 1 amp is the rating. It's quite a nice stylish little unit, but it's going to be not hidden away because it needs line of sight to the TV. So yeah, we will just plug it in there. It will plug into a 5 volt charger, and There's also a little wall mounting piece there, so we can screw that to the wall, look, and then it will just twist and click into place. That may be a better option, actually. Have it up on the wall, plugged into a socket. Yeah, so we'll see, but we'll certainly get it programmed here. Of course, the way things are at the moment, access to the care home is very much restricted, and it's been a real problem getting in there to get all these things sorted out. We've got some furniture, new furniture that we want to go in there. We've taken some basic measurements, found some places to get it from, and now we need some more accurate measurements. But you have to have a COVID test before you go in, obviously. And then you're very restricted the length of time you can go in. So yeah, so setup on these is pretty easy. It's a question of plugging it in, pressing the reset button for about 5 seconds. It'll flash a few times, pause, flash it a few times, and then you can use the app, and you'll find the Wi-Fi for this. You link to this. There'll be no internet connection, obviously. And then you can do the programming of the main Wi-Fi that it will be actually using when it's on in standalone mode. You enter the password. This will chat to the Wi-Fi you want to use, and all the settings will be stored, and then you can just use the app to program it, etc. We've got a quick setup guide as well. Yeah, nothing spectacular. Download the app, add the device in the app, connect to the device, Wi-Fi network, add your devices, learn the code. Of course, this will also learn codes if you've got something unusual that is not in their list. So yeah, really the only issues you're going to come into are if you try to use it and it doesn't realise it's on the dual band 2.4. That will then cause you problems. In fact, if you can, it might even be worth disabling the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi whilst you're setting this up. Make sure it works perfectly, and then re-enable the 5 gigahertz and just check that it still works fine. That is the only issue that I've had with it. So yeah, that's it really. We are hoping to get round to the home tomorrow. Just briefly, COVID test perhaps from the chemist in the morning, take their results round with me. Otherwise I have to have one done at the home and wait half an hour, and then they'll let me into the room just to take some measurements and set everything up. The Netgear arrives tomorrow, I believe, but it's Amazon, so it can be any time up to like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So I might not be able to do all this tomorrow. Yeah, apparently it's arriving by 10 tomorrow. So I might have to go around later on in the week anyway, just to get all this. We've managed to find a mobility shop in Rushden that we're going to get a riser recliner from. And we've also found a furniture shop in Rushden that actually have things that you can buy off the shop floor. I went down to a posh furniture place just on the A6, and they've literally got nothing to buy, and when I queried how long, they were saying August, September, October, November time for a lot of the stuff, which of course is no good to us. And I was quite surprised to find another smaller shop in, well, I say smaller, but it looks small from the outside, it's massive inside. But we've found that shop, and everything that you see in there you can buy and take off the floor, so we should be able to get all this sorted out for her. Anyway, quick unboxing of the Broadlink RM4 Pro S with the sensor, and we'll update you on how things are going.